Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to a Cup of Conversation with me, Nidra Simmons. I have a few things that I want to talk about and hope that is interesting for you all to listen to. And if you feel like you want to put in some input, feel free to put it in the post below. But there's a few things. The word that came out was humble and misunderstanding and just those two words. I mean, there's meaning behind the two words. And I'm just curious, why do people feel like they have to humble you? Especially those that don't even know you. I mean, like I said, the stuff that I talk about, I can only talk about is because I either went through it or experienced it or witnessed it. So, and this is just a cup of conversation, so I'm not forcing anything on anybody. This is just conversation. Feel free to join in if you, if it creates your interest or tug at your interest. We're all unique. We're all different. We all think differently. And every now and then it's nice to hear how somebody else's perception on something is and how far away from yours, how far it is away, from your perception. I've worked, all my life, I've been in situations where people feel like they had to humble me. Even when I was a child, up until adulthood. And maybe, you guys came across this as well. But I've been in relationships, I've been in workshops where I'm doing all that I can to do the best that I can because, I have an obligation to do and I want to fulfill it with the best of my abilities. And I've been on jobs where people knew my potential and knew what I brought to the table, but still felt like they have to humble me. They have to keep me on a level to where I can't express or show my gifts or talents to the fullest of its potential. I remember being at a job where I was training. I've been doing jobs with training all my life, so I'm not pinpointing it to, well, I am pinpointing it to a particular one, but the training thing has followed me all my years of work. But I was at this particular job where I was told to train people. And I got to a position to where I was told to train somebody for my position. And I did. And all my jobs that I work at, I try to share my information so that whatever I know, somebody else knows. So if I need to move up to another level, I'm not messing up nobody in the previous level. I don't have to go backwards because I've already trained somebody for that position. Now I can go and focus on the new position. But there were managers that would tell me to go ahead and train other people, and then they will give them higher positions over me. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand why I can't get that position because I'm capable of doing it. I'm training somebody else for the position. Or that I can already do this level. It's just a little bit more you can teach me and I can do the level that you want me to be at. But that's a work relationship where people try to humble me. And then I've been in relationships where men try to humble me. I may look innocent or not, but I am a full-grown woman. Don't start treating me like a kid. If I'm dealing with somebody older than me, I'm not your little kid. I am an adult just like you. And I've been in relationships where people try to humble me, try to teach me a lesson. I've been teaching all my life, even when I was a kid. I don't need no lessons in that area. If you want to teach me something that's going to bring me upwards so we can go forward together. Don't teach me something that's going to keep me down here while you're up there, and you always look down at me, and then I'm always going to have to look up at you. When I teach people stuff, I teach them to bring them up so they can go up and go forward, because that's the direction you need to go. We don't walk backwards, we walk forward. We don't look backwards unless it's to remember where we came from or as a reminder, but we still move forward. So I just don't understand how men would like to humble women and think that they don't know no better. I meet people where you at. I'm not going to assume anything about a person. I'm going to meet you where you are. What you show me is what I'm going to work with. And I just don't understand. And it's not my place to understand. This is just me giving you a different perception of how I look at this particular situation. If I'm wrong for how I'm looking at it, please feel free to let me know. But I just don't understand how people will try to put people in a predicament to where they have to be dependent on them. Like that phrase from The Color Purple, silly, all my life I had to fight. You don't know my story. You only know what I'm telling you or what I'm showing you. And I'm saying this in the instance of being in front of a person or as a whole group. We need to stop looking at people as if they don't know no better. And we have to learn to respect one another. Period. Don't look at me less of a person because I'm a female or I'm an African American female. You know, look at me as a person. I'm not going to look at you no different. Whether you are a person that is high solidity, high status, and you dressed in a three-piece suit, or you are on the street and you got a sign in front of your hands asking for help. I'm not going to treat you no different. Don't get mad at me if I can't give you no money. You got the sign in your hand, because I'm struggling too. But I will pray for you, and I'll pray that God will give you what it is that you're asking for, providing that you're doing the will of the Father, and that you will be out of that predicament that you're in, because I want the best for everybody. I want the best for me. So that was just the question I was wondering, because I don't understand. We're all people. We all have feelings. We all have the capability of learning. We all can go forward. Why do we always have to keep somebody a little bit lower? Sorry, my allergies. Why we have to keep somebody a little bit lower so that you can go forward? And even in just acquaintances with other female, employees or people that work together or so forth. I mean, there's always someone that is downing another person. I understand honesty is good and we're supposed to help people. And sometimes if you're honest, you might hurt somebody's feelings, but if it's to better you, sometimes you might have to take that route. But if it's something that you're doing to embarrass somebody else because you just want to be a part of the crowd or get the attention of others to be on your side, we don't want to do stuff like that. All right, so I said I talked about two words. One was humbling, and the other one was, I forgot. But I know we have to be respectful to one another, and we should be treating people the way that we want to be treated. And I'm trying to put my thoughts around the humbling situation. Trying to put my thought around the humbling situation, because I've always come in a situation to where somebody tries to humble me. Every job that I work at, I get thrown a lot of stuff at me. And then when I try to speak about something, I get cut off as if I'm supposed to just do what you say and that's it. We learn from hearing and from doing. I hope that you heard all that. I had a call that was coming in, but what I was saying was we learn from hearing and from doing. And sometimes we're going to make mistakes along the way. And then we'll learn from those mistakes and then we'll go forward. Nobody's perfect. I can't remember the other word I said I was going to talk about. I'm trying to let it come back in. But I know I talked about humbling. It'll come up when it's time. But I'm gonna stop there because I lost my train of thought. But I hope I said something that was helpful. We need to respect and love one another. And as always, giving gratitude to God first and foremost. Mother, Father, Jesus, Holy Spirit, archangels, guardian angels, angels, all in the highest Christ of light, ancestors, guardian ancestors, and our spirit team here and far. Given greatest gratitude and appreciation for all that you do in each and every one of our lives, and just thank you. So until next time, love yourself, forgive others. It's for you, not for them. Give God the glory because He is worth it. She is worth it, Mother, Father. And take one step at a time to move forward. To make it to your destination safely, you need to walk before you run to get to that destination. That way you're more focused, you're aware of your surroundings, and you can get there knowing all that you need to know by the time you get there. So until next time, peace. Have a wonderful day.